Welcome, Agile friends. My name is Michael Dougherty, along with Pete Oliver Kruger, and we are hosting this session with our amazing speaker, Joanna Płaskonka. There are many great sessions to explore in our 2024 Agile Online Summit that you don't want to miss. For example, personal favorite of mine, Jurgen Appelo, will have a session on a wicked framework for wicked problems. And Andrea Golay will have a session on empathy-driven development. That's not your standard TDD or BDD. Plus, sessions from Gil Braza, Dave Snowden, and much, much more.
But our current speaker is going to tell us about how to improve interactions and enhance problem-solving skills using action learning. Welcome, Joanna.
Thank you very much for inviting me. It's a pleasure to be here with you today.
It's great to have you with us. Maybe we can get started by, you could just tell us a little bit about yourself in maybe like 1 minute or less.
Yeah, sure. So when it comes to my background and my technical heart, I'm an engineer. I have studied control engineering and robotics, and I also achieved a PhD in robotics. However, I found people so amazing, so inspiring that I decided to work closer with people. So I have a lot of experience working with teams as a coach, as a scrum master, consultant, change agent. I've been working with leaders of startups, helping them create great culture. And some time ago, I discovered action learning, and I'm constantly amazed how many things we can achieve with that approach, with that method. So I'm super excited for having this conversation with you today.
All right, so we talked beforehand, and you just mentioned about action learning. And related to action learning, you also mentioned that you, like us, love the word problem. What does problem mean to you?
That's a wonderful question. So some people believe that I'm weird because I love the word problem. For me, problem translates into opportunity that creates some kind of pressure and urgency. Because a lot of people ask me, like in my everyday work, how do I make them change themselves? How do I encourage people to change process, to adapt some of the things? And I tend to say, well, but do they really want to do that? Do they need to do that? And when we are able to uncover problem, that might be actually an invitation for a very good conversation. Because if someone believes, I don't like it, it's itchy, it's uncomfortable, that might be this one single point that will open the path for conversation. What can we do differently?
Yeah, those are all the really great points. You know, we want change to happen. Change is going to be really, really difficult. And I love that sort of approach of just sort of finding that common ground instead of like getting into this idea of forced change. So tell us, why action learning? So what is it about action learning that makes it so perfect for this kind of a space, for dealing with the problems and for dealing with getting people to change, some of whom who may not want to change?
I believe that action learning, when compared to traditional training, workshops, some facilitated conversations, is bringing focus to this problem and uncovering together what is the real underlying reason, what is really itchy, what is currently making us feel uncomfortable. And that process invites a lot of people, invites the whole group. So it's a really, in my view, inclusive approach, inviting approach, where we use the power of bottom-up intelligence to together create actions, and those actions will help us move forward, make this next step towards a resolution of our problem.
So how do you get started? How do you get people interested in doing action learning or wanting to start using this process? Or is there a common starting point to your sessions?
It is. So there are different scenarios in my experience. Maybe I can share examples. Maybe